We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Nuclear weapons in space, hackers in ChatGPT, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. House Intelligence Committee Chair Mike Turner on Wednesday publicly urged President Joe Biden to declassify all information about a serious national security threat. Officials later said Turner's unusual cryptic warning referred to Russia's incomplete development of a space-based nuclear weapon to destroy satellites. Turner is flagging a serious but medium to long-term threat, so there's no cause for panic, said Representative Jim Himes of the Intelligence Committee. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said he was surprised by Turner's statement because he's personally briefing Turner and the other Gang of 8 lawmakers on Thursday. One woman was killed and at least 21 people injured Wednesday when gunfire broke out near the end of the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade in their Missouri hometown. Police said 3 suspects are in custody. "We are truly saddened by the senseless act of violence," the chiefs said. President Biden commented that the tragedy cuts deep into the American soul and should move us, shock us, shame us into acting before more families are torn apart. "Parades, rallies, schools, movies," said Kansas City Mayor Quinton Lucas. "It seems like almost nothing is safe." Entrepreneurship is booming across America. A record-breaking 5.5 million new business applications were filed in 2023, demonstrating a building wave of optimism for the U.S. economy. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce stated that since new businesses deliver jobs and boost economies in communities across America, it's vital for the government to back solutions that encourage the creation of new businesses, not hinder them. Looming new regulations and government overreach still pose serious threats to businesses, especially smaller ones. Israel launched its biggest round of airstrikes on Lebanon since the start of the war in Gaza, killing at least 1 Hezbollah militant and 3 civilians. The strikes were in response to a deadly attack by Hezbollah on a town and an army base in northern Israel. The escalation raised concerns about a wider regional conflict. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu refused to send negotiators to Egypt to discuss a ceasefire with Hamas, once again calling the group's demands of a permanent Israeli retreat from Gaza in exchange for the return of hostages delusional. Hackers from Russia, North Korea, Iran, and China have all used the ChatGPT tool from OpenAI, according to Microsoft. The company said government-backed hackers will now be banned from using the AI. But rather than asking it to dream up more sophisticated attack methods, hackers were mostly automating routine tasks. They're just using it like everyone else is to try to be more productive in what they're doing, the head of Microsoft's customer security and trust team told the New York Times. President Biden attacked special counsel Robert Hur for bringing up his son's death, but it was allegedly Biden who first brought up the death of Beau in an interview. According to NBC, citing multiple sources, Hur never asked the president about his recollection of his son's death in 2015 to brain cancer during 2 days of interviews last October. The sources said that Biden brought up Beau's death, not Hur nor his team. Biden first brought up his son's death after being asked about his workflow while he and a ghostwriter were writing a memoir at a Virginia rental home from 2016 to 2018, the sources said. The sources also said that during the interview, Biden began trying to recall what was happening in his life at the time, and he appeared confused about when Beau had died. Biden has brought up Beau's death numerous times at inappropriate moments. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.